Back in the heyday of my youth, my father was the proud owner of a CrossFit gym, an exhilarating haven filled with the clatter of weights and the contagious energy of fitness enthusiasts. Among the myriad equipment, there were these impressive lengthy ropes that beckoned my siblings and me to partake in some aerial escapades. The grand idea: climb atop sturdy boxes, grab hold of those massive ropes, and indulge in some exhilarating swings once Dad wrapped up his workout. However, one fateful day, my older sister concocted a daring plan. Seizing the rope, she decided to give it a vigorous spin while I dangled midair. The result? I was catapulted off, landing unceremoniously on my posterior and elbows. Miraculously, despite the unexpected descent, no bones were broken. That incident, though, served as a stern reminder to steer clear of any further audacious rope stunts. I opted for a more awe-inspiring approach, showcasing my rapid and agile rope climbing skills to leave the gym-goers utterly amazed. Oh, the tales woven within those CrossFit ropes. The gym, my sanctuary for self-improvement, turned into a house of horrors one fateful evening. As I embarked on my usual workout routine, little did I know that the weights and treadmills would become witnesses to an experience that would haunt me for weeks. It all started innocently enough. The gym was relatively empty, the rhythmic clinking of weights and the whirring of machines forming a symphony of determination. However, as I delved into my exercises, a peculiar sensation crept over me. A sensation that someone was watching. I brushed it off initially, attributing it to the natural paranoia that sometimes accompanies late-night gym sessions. But the feeling persisted, growing more unsettling with each passing minute. I stole glances around, expecting to catch a fellow gym-goer in the act of unintentional staring. Yet the sea of faces was immersed in their own routines, oblivious to my growing unease. As I moved to the stretching area, the atmosphere took a sharp turn. Shadows seemed to dance in the dimly lit corners, and the overhead lights flickered intermittently, casting the gym into momentary darkness. It was in those fleeting shadows that I glimpsed an elusive figure, a silhouette that lingered too long in the periphery of my vision. Compelled by an uneasy curiosity, I approached the area where the shadowy figure had appeared. The air grew colder, and an otherworldly hush enveloped the space. Suddenly, a whisper cut through the silence. "Feel the burn, my friend." I recoiled, searching for the source of the voice. The figure materialized before me, clad in outdated workout attire and sporting an unsettling grin. It mirrored my movements with eerie precision, as if mocking my every lift and stretch. Attempting to break free from this surreal nightmare, I rushed towards the gym exit. The figure trailed me, its footsteps echoing ominously. With each step, my heart pounded louder, matching the cadence of my frantic escape. As I burst out into the cool night, the gym's facade transformed into a haven of normalcy. Bewildered and shaken, I gazed back at the entrance, half expecting the shadowy figure to follow. The gym, a place of solace, had become a realm of inexplicable terror, one that would forever make me question the boundaries between the physical and the supernatural. In the labyrinth of course registrations at Sejep, I found myself inadvertently signed up for an unexpected adventure, an all-girls aerobics class. Anxiety gripped me at the thought of the potential mockery from my male peers, who might catch a glimpse of my unconventional gym choice on my schedule. The whispers of judgment painted me as an outsider, a label I was hesitant to embrace. As the first day of the class dawned, apprehension accompanied me into the aerobic studio. Surrounded by a sea of energetic girls adorned in Lululemon hotpants, I stood out like a lone ship navigating unfamiliar waters. Little did I know, this unexpected detour would lead to an experience far beyond my initial concerns. To my surprise, the dynamics of the class took an unforeseen turn. The instructor, recognizing my status as the solitary male participant, appointed me as an assistant on the very first day. Suddenly, the gym class that seemed like a potential source of embarrassment transformed into an unexpected opportunity. Far from the anticipated discomfort, I found myself in a supportive and empowering environment. The camaraderie of the girls, their infectious enthusiasm, and the shared dedication to fitness erased the initial stigma I had attached to the class. Rather than being the odd one out, I became an integral part of a tight-knit community striving for a common goal. As the weeks unfolded, my preconceived notions shattered, revealing the richness of the experience I had stumbled upon. The rhythmic beats, synchronized movements, and collective energy fostered an atmosphere of unity and acceptance. The stereotypes and judgments that had initially shadowed my path dissipated in the glow of newfound camaraderie. In the end, what started as a scheduling mishap turned into an unexpected journey of self-discovery and connection. The all-girls aerobics class, initially a source of anxiety, became a testament to the transformative power of breaking free from societal expectations. In embracing the unexpected, I found a community that defied stereotypes and celebrated the shared pursuit of fitness, proving that sometimes the most unconventional paths lead to the most enriching destinations. As I stepped into the gym, the familiar hum of clanking weights and determined grunts enveloped me. Little did I know, this routine visit would spiral into a nightmarish experience etched in my memory. Midway through my workout, I noticed a peculiar figure lingering in the shadows, an individual whose presence seemed out of place amidst the sea of dedicated fitness enthusiasts. Ignoring my gut feeling, I carried on with my routine, hoping it was just an overactive imagination. The atmosphere shifted when I headed to the locker room. A chilling stillness replaced the usual buzz. I sensed an eerie presence, like an unwavering gaze fixated on me. Unease settled in as I fumbled with the combination lock, my senses on high alert. As I exited the locker room, the ominous figure came into focus, a gaunt silhouette cloaked in darkness. Panic surged through me as I quickened my pace. Strangely, the gym, once teeming with life, now felt like a desolate maze. The unsettling encounter reached its peak when I realized the figure was mirroring my every move. Each turn, each step, meticulously replicated. My heart pounded, and a cold sweat dampened my skin. Summoning courage, I confronted the shadowy figure, demanding an explanation for this bizarre mimicry. Silence hung in the air before a haunting whisper cut through. "Just trying to keep up, partner." With those cryptic words, the figure dissolved into the shadows, leaving me shaken to the core. The gym, once a haven of exertion and camaraderie, now harbored a chilling secret. That night, as I exited the gym, I couldn't shake the feeling of unseen eyes watching, a gym horror story forever etched in my mind. In the realm of high school athletics, being a standout athlete had been my identity. Heavily muscled with the quintessential sprinter's build, I was accustomed to holding my own among the best in class. That is until an unforeseen adversary emerged, my own physiological limits. It wasn't a lack of effort or dedication. On the contrary, I pushed myself to the limits each time, aiming for peak performance. However, a peculiar challenge loomed over my athletic pursuits, a tendency to succumb to what I believed was hypoglycemia. The consequence, a recurring spectacle of puking mid or post-run. The infamous mile run, a rite of passage for many high schoolers, transformed into a personal battleground. The competitive spirit within me couldn't resist pushing the boundaries, even knowing the potential aftermath. As the finish line approached and my body strained to meet the demands, the inevitable would unfold. Picture the scene, gasping for air, sprinting towards the finish, and then, with an almost cinematic timing, erupting into a bout of vomiting. It wasn't a discreet affair, rather, a public display of my body's rebellion against the physical exertion. The track became a stage, and I, the unwitting performer, left an indelible impression on my classmates. The embarrassment of hurling in front of the entire class, the rhythmic juxtaposition of gasps for air and streams of vomit. It was a surreal experience. Each mile run turned into a visceral challenge, a test not only of speed and endurance, but also of my ability to endure a public display of vulnerability. Despite the embarrassment, a curious acceptance settled in. The quirks of my physiology became an integral part of the high school narrative, a unique chapter that set my journey apart. As the miles unfolded, so did my resilience, and I learned to embrace the unpredictable twists that transformed an ordinary run into a memorable, albeit stomach-churning, experience.